All of us parents have so many questions about how we can help our suicidal youth. Many of those questions concern crisis action. Now, parents and youth and service providers and experts in suicide prevention have come together to share with us what they found most hopeful and most helpful in their journeys, and to reassure us that we are not alone.
As parents, we deal with all sorts of crises with our kids. They fall down, they scrape their knee, they fall down, their arm is crooked, they broke it. So we know how to react as parents to some of these more common crises. Where we're a bit at a loss is how to deal with a mental health or a behavioral crisis where our kid is not recognizable as the kid that we know and love. And the first time that happens, we're clueless because we haven't seen it before and we don't know what to do. Crisis management after that is a bit of a learned skill.
For me, the biggest thing that I found most helpful was knowing that the people that I would reach out to were able to recognize that it was me that was in a crisis and not them. Being able to stay calm when I would reach out and being able to keep their own emotions in check and not have it become like a big panic, and so that as I reached out, it was safer to do so.
I think it's really important to recognize that not every crisis means that there's going to be a death or a suicide attempt, that it's a crisis. Generally, it's going to include huge emotions. And those huge emotions are going to come out in huge language or voice or behavior or threats. And as a person who's journeying with the person who's in crisis, yes, you're scared out of your wits about what the outcome might be, and we need to stay in the moment. And I think it's really, really important that you not go into crisis to the same degree, because then it just becomes a tornado, right? We call it the emotional salad spinner. With both of you in there, it's really, really challenging to navigate anything. So it's about taking a deep breath and going, okay, we're going to get through this.
So how do you prepare for crisis? Understand that it is likely to happen, and talk about, when everyone's calm, talk about how will we respond? Write it down. Actually develop a safety plan so that when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't have to think. You can just open your plan and say, okay, these are the things we said that we would do. These are the things that you are going to do. These are the things that I'm going to do with you. This is how we're going to move forward.
Safety planning, I would say, is very important and something that I didn't really know about until maybe later on in my personal journey, but that really had a very big impact. It's really important to have someone there listening that is in a trusted role, that can walk a young person through that.
And it's kind of like riding out the storm. You just hang on, you do what you can, you support them, you hope that the groundwork that you've done before that period or between periods is enough that you have this mutual respect that will allow you to get through this really difficult period together and move forward in a way that hopefully if you have to go through it again, it won't be as challenging.
Me and my mom are very close, and so we've been able to establish kind of how I'm feeling at different times. So if I really think that I do need help, like right away, we'd have like a code word or something like that to know that it's important or that it's an emergency, versus just when I'm feeling, down or sad or lonely or anything like that. But because we are very close, I'm able to, go see her and tell her when I'm feeling like this, so that she can help me in the way that she helps me.
Empathizing is critical. It took me a little while to figure that out. Initially, I wanted to just solve the problem myself through various means, and quickly realized that wasn't really gonna work that way. So just to be there and help them through the crisis. And it's not easy. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of stamina, and but persistence is key.
When they're in crisis, they're not behaving or saying things that they would normally say, and it's got to be water off a duck. You cannot let any of this stuff stick to you. It's not meant to be taken personally. It's just where they're at and what they need to do to get through whatever they're feeling. And so you have to, as part of your support role, you just have to let stuff go.
It is a time-limited event. It doesn't feel like that when you're in it. When you're in it, it feels like it's just going to suck you into a black hole forever. And so one bit of advice for parents is to somehow find a way to ground themselves and remember this is going to pass.
I'd say that every crisis is temporary. It may feel really rough in the moment. It may feel chaotic. But if you have the right system in place, the right support system in place, knowing that you could just really ride the wave and, surpass that mountain, and that it's going to end soon, gave me hope mostly, yeah.
Visit the resources on Plio's website at plio.on.ca for more information on this important topic. And please reach out, because you know that together we can do so much to help our families move forward.